Most women don't use this beauty product. I'm Laura Ray. I'm going to share with you today a product that I haven't used in a long time. We'll get to that in a moment, but the focus of this video is talking about insecurities. I have plenty myself. I was talking with one of my dad's golf friends the other day. He's 84, and he was telling me that there are things even at 84 he doesn't feel secure about. And I said to him, "You're not alone. I feel the same way." And he said, "Well, that makes me feel a little bit better." And I thought, that would be a great video, just sharing things that I don't feel the most confident about and what I'm trying to do about them to feel better. These aren't things that I obsess over, but if I can do something at home, a simple step that I can put into my routine every day that makes my skin look better or makes me feel better about the way I'm aging without doing any procedures. I like to do everything at home. I'm not going to do procedures, so I'm always looking for the best that I could be doing to have a positive outlook on these things. So first I want to start with my skin. I felt like the last few months just sort of didn't look so great. I've been through a lot. My family's been through a lot in the past few months. And I just noticed that I didn't have that glow, that sparkle that I had maybe 8 months ago. So I kept thinking, what could I do to improve that? I have a PMD, but it's over $100. And I thought, I'm sure I can find something that's currently out that works as great and is more affordable. And I did. This one I ordered on Amazon. It's a silicone brush, just like the PMD. You can use it on the other side to apply products. I do that sometimes, but not all the time. The main thing I use it for is this. And what I find is my skin is so smooth. I had a lot of roughness and texture here in the under eyes that just popped up in the past few months. It was looking horrible. And I don't want to use anything harsh to exfoliate my skin. So this just works amazing. Now, Lisa J, I love Lisa J, and she recently talked about this face wash. So I thought, I'm going to try that because she seems so impressed with it. It's called the Silky Rinse. It's a gel cleanser. I love the way it feels on my skin. It's a jelly texture. And when you go to rinse it, you can put it on your skin dry or you can dampen your skin. I just usually go on my face dry. I pour it right onto the brush and then just hold this setting down and then it starts up. Can you hear it? So I just go all over the face. I love these brushes because I tend to get up better than I do with my fingers in this area around the top of the hairline and on the sides. I can go right under the chin and get everything really clean. And I thought maybe that's why I'm getting this buildup under the eyes, is I'm not getting deep enough into the skin, getting it clean enough. But again, I don't want to do anything harsh. This has worked amazing. When I rinse this, I understand why they call it silky, because when you go to rinse it off, your skin just feels like a jelly, silky feel. And I just love it. It's one of my favorite cleansers I've ever used. I'm so impressed with it. I will buy it again. And this is a phenomenal brush. Most women don't use neck cream. I haven't used a neck cream in probably 2 or 3 years. I've just been bringing down whatever products I use on my face onto my neck. And I'm sure a lot of you do that too. But when I started doing some research about the neck, because I felt like my neck has really aged in the past year. I've noticed a big difference under the chin, and I just feel like I'm saggier and my skin is crepier. And my dad had said to me before, your mom and I first noticed in our skin real signs of aging right around 60. And I went, uh-oh, I'm about to be 60 in July. PRAI Beauty approached me, and this is a collaboration with them, and they asked if they could send me their new product. And I was very eager to try it because I knew you would be interested too. I'm sure a lot of you are not the most confident about your neck either. My main thing that I want to work on is sagging and little wrinkles. First of all, my neck is very thin. I have lost weight since my mother passed, and I lost weight in my face, in my neck area. So even before that, I would get comments on YouTube about like the veins in my neck. Are you going to go do a surgery about that? And I said to my husband, I never even thought of those veins till that comment. So I have had comments about my neck, and they have affected me. They really sort of drawn my attention to it. So I thought, let's see if this will work. These are their two brand new products. This is the PRAI Pro. It's their Neck Correct Advanced Repair Serum. Now, what you do with this is it just swivels to turn on, and it's got a little roller here, and you just roll the serum on the chest and bring it up into the jawline. It feels very nice. Now, I have very sensitive skin, and it does have fragrance, very low on the list. So I was concerned about that. And so what I did for day one is I just did a patch test. I put the serum and their cream on my arm to see if I had any kind of reaction, and thankfully I didn't. It felt great. And this is their PRAI Pro Neck Corrector. This is the second step, and you just use a pea-size amount and bring it up from the chest, up the neck, onto the jawline. And where I feel like it's tighter is right under here. I was getting to where I could pinch more skin right under the chin, and it feels tighter. Now, I will continue to use this and give you updates. I'm very new using this, but I wanted to bring it to your attention because it just came out this week. It's one of their brand new products. Now, if you've ever used PRAI before, will you leave a comment and let me know how you feel about it? Because this brand is new to me. I'm super excited because their company focuses on different areas of the body. They have a hand cream, they have arm cream, they have it for the neck. I didn't realize till I started doing more research on the neck that the neck ages 20 times faster than our other skin. And so that's why it needs that special attention. There's less oil glands there. I listened to several dermatologists about what they thought about neck creams, and pretty much all of them agreed that a neck cream is worth it if you have the money to invest in one. That you can bring down the skincare you're using on your face. Some of it your neck may not tolerate. My neck cannot tolerate some of the retinol creams. I'll get very red, very itchy, rashy too. So I have to be very careful what I apply to the neck. The skin is definitely more sensitive there for me than, say, my forehead. The serum and the neck cream have ingredients in there that I've never used before on my neck. So I'm super excited to see how it will work for me. I have had acne recently, and that has been my biggest insecurity of my whole life, is having breakouts. I had terrible acne as a teenager. I even had it up till about the age of 40. Now I'm through with menopause, and still I'm getting a breakout, and it was a huge breakout, and it was right here on the side of my face. And my daughter is such a big champion for these hero patches, the Mighty Patch. Well, I called her up and she said, Mom, you need the one with the micro darts. So that's what I bought, the micro point for blemishes. All of that was brought to the surface. And I had had that pimple for almost a week, and it wasn't doing much. It was laying under the skin. So it really made a difference. You don't hear many women our age talking about acne, but I know there has to be other people out there with it besides me. And I think some of it's stress. My diet is pretty clean and hasn't changed that much. So I really chalk it up just to stress. And this patch, I wish they had had them when I was a teenager. Of course, my face would have probably been covered with them, but they really work great. Lately, my skin's been very dull. And for a while, I wasn't using any of my glow serums. I love the Numbuzin, but I wanted to try something new out, and I thought this was the perfect time because my skin wasn't looking its best. I've been using these from Beauty of Josian. Now, there are two different ones. I'm using this in the evening. This is their Revive Serum. It's got ginseng and snail mucin in it. And this one is the Glow Serum. This really does give my skin a beautiful glow. I put on this one for you. I'll show this in another video, but I put this on for you today, and it's just gorgeous. Their products, Beauty of Josian, everything I've tried so far has been great. I've used their sunscreen. I really enjoyed that. But these glow serums are so important if you really want your skin to look healthy. If you don't have that in your beauty routine, I think it's a game changer. I really do. Since I started using these types of serums, I don't even need a moisturizer sometimes, especially in the summer when the humidity here in Florida is so intense. This gives me enough hydration where my skin still looks glowy. I've talked a lot about under eyes lately, so I won't go into that too deeply, but my under eyes were super dry. I was struggling with that so much, and I've talked recently a lot about the Kiehl's, the under eye cream. It's amazing. If you haven't tried it, if I was going to buy one eye cream for my bestie, it would be this one. It just has such an incredible texture to it. It's made with avocado, and look at this. It just goes, it turns, I said it's the most bizarre eye cream I've ever used, and I would back that up and say it again. Because once you start moving it around, it turns to like a water texture. It's so strange, but so hydrating. And that hydration lasts all day. I will always keep this. I might try other things. I'll have to for the channel, so you'll know other creams that work great. But this will be a consistent purchase for me. Another insecurity of mine is my brows. I did not overpluck my brows when I was younger. I've just never had thick brows. And everywhere we look on social media, people have these amazingly thick brows. I went to Ulta one time and had my brows done. I had them waxed and shaped, and she filled them in. And I remember the girl that was working on them, she goes, "You have such odd brows." And I thought, is this a compliment or an insult? And I don't know what she meant by that. Hers were super thick, and she probably thought this lady's brows are thin. But I love this from Essence. They're Thick and Wow. It's just perfect. I don't want big, huge brows drawn in. It doesn't look natural on me. I've tried every way of doing my brows. What I've come up with is the focus is not going to be my brows. I'm going to keep the focus on my eyes and how they look and just do a soft brow. And that's the way it goes. So I like that this has a little bit of fibers in it. Now I bought Caramel Blonde, and that shade works really great because another problem I have is my brows are very cool toned, even though my hair is warm, and a lot of the brow pencils are warm tone. So this works beautifully. And I just go in and just barely go over them and just go over the tail like this a few times, very softly, until I build it up. And I found that I've been the happiest with this. I'm never going to have thick brows. I accept that. I don't want to use a bunch of serums on my brows to make them grow. I just want what I have to look the best that it can. And that's it. I want to thank PRAI Beauty for collaborating with me today. All of the information for every product I talked about is in the description of the video. The links are there. I'm so excited to continue to share with you my results as I work on my neck and other parts too. I appreciate you all so much. Let me know in the comments maybe something that you're working on. I'm almost 60, and I think when you approach these next decade years, like 50 and then 60, you start evaluating things about your health. What are you going to do to stay even healthy as the years go by? Our looks, just things that we can do to make ourselves more comfortable in our skin. But remember, what really keeps us happy is that joy, doing things that you love, being around the people that you love. That's the most important thing. I appreciate you all so much. I hope you have a blessed week, and I look forward to seeing you soon.